Now that we're ready to start sewing, it's important to read your instructions as we go along. So your instructions will go step by step and they'll be numbered, and those numbers also correlate to a picture to show you what you're supposed to be doing at that moment. So our first step says to stitch front, piece number 1, to back, piece number 2, at inner leg seams. So that means that we're going to take a piece of number 1 and a piece of number 2, and we're going to attach them at this inner leg seam. This is the only part that matters to have things lined up. You'll note that it shows a notch right here. You're going to want to make sure that that matches up. Now, with this picture, it kind of looks like things don't match up right here, and that's because they don't. Piece number 1 is smaller than piece number 2. Number 2 is the back side, so it has to account for your back side, which is probably a little bit bigger than your front side. So when you lay pieces together, number 1 is actually going to look something like this underneath it. It's not just showing this picture in like a good 3D form, but it's actually how it would lay on top. The bottom is not going to match up, the side is not going to match up, the top is not going to match up, the curve is not going to match up. You are only sewing and pinning, in opposite order, this seam right here. That's the only one that matters. Now, the darker side of piece number 1, that's indicating a right side. So of course we're going to sew these two right sides together. So that's going to need to know which side is your right side with that masking tape that we put on top of it.